another video, guys.
Thank God.
Over the summer I'm doing more sit down videos, so hope you're enjoying. And yeah, today we are doing what I learned from secondary school. I don't have my GCSE results, so I will do a separate video on like year 11 tips and stuff, because I want to know if I flopped or not, whether I have authority.
Flop Tina Bestie.
Tina Bestie collection at West Elm.
I feel like if I don't do well, then you guys don't want to take advice from me. So we'll see about that. But this is just general from secondary school for all the incoming year 7s in the summer. Now that I have finished, this is my real unfiltered advice. Some of this is really basic and will be in everyone's videos, but I don't think all of this stuff is necessarily obvious, and this is stuff that I wish I knew going into year 7 would have made my life a whole lot easier. I will say something about my secondary school experience. I will say it's not necessarily like the average experience, everyone's experience, which I feel like made me be more critical. And I feel like I learn a lot more about myself from having a not average experience. So something about me, I did year 7 and 8 and then a half term of year 9. So this is in the UK school system. I think that's like grade 8, 9 and 10, I want to say. I never remember whether it's older or younger, in a all-girls strict grammar school. And I will say I loved year 7, but I felt really out of place and a lot of people didn't really like me. And then year 8 and the start of year 9 were absolute hell. I was bullied within an inch of my life. Very, very dark times. And it was a lot to deal with at that age. Like, I was terrified to go to school and all of these things. I'm not going to go too much into it. Maybe I'll talk about it more in another video. But I then managed to get out in October in year 9, and that was the best decision I've ever made. I then moved to the school that I've just left, which I did until the end of year 11, which was mixed gender, which I think is key. Not a grammar school and not prestigious in any way. I think on paper a worse school, but for me it was the move that I needed to make. No tea, no shade to those people, by the way. Like, that was in like year 8, year 7, year 8. Like, they made my life a living hell, but I'm sure they're very lovely people who've moved on and are decent now. I have no grudges and I'm a better person and can move on now. I also have a chronic illness that has prohibited me from doing a lot of stuff in school. So that's another element of my experience. So another thing that also made my secondary school experiences different is that I am a high-level athlete with dance. So I had a lot to balance, especially in year 11 when I started YouTube as well. Because, girl, since I started YouTube and dance shows literally coming up this summer and GCSEs, like, I've never been busier in my life. And balancing like a social and personal life, like, I don't know how I did that, but you know what, we did it and we're through. So yeah, that's my credentials. That makes it definitely different to other people. So yeah, I would say I did not have the average secondary school experience, so I think I've been able to be more critical and learn a lot more. So yeah, that's a bit about me and the intro. This video is going to be split into 2 sections, because there's things that I learned about like academics and school and studying and things, and then life, because when you're at school 5 days a week for like 6.5 hours each day, like, you learn more about your life and yourself, I think, than school and subjects. But there are some things I learned about school. So let's get into it. School first. So when people say that doing stuff in advance is better, unfortunately they're not lying. Guys, I wish as much as you that it was a myth. I really, really do. I really, really wish it was a myth. But studying early for that exam, if you hear about it early, and doing your homework when you get it, it's so basic and it's so cringe, and I wish it wasn't true because I am a procrastinator and a last minute girly. But when I do stuff in advance, I feel so much better about it because I'm also a perfectionist. So if I do that essay like last minute before the class, I know it's not going to be as good as it could be, and your teacher's having like a better understanding of where you're at and your learning is definitely better. So yes, unfortunately doing stuff in advance is better. That's one thing I've learned about academics. There's not much more to say about it. I hate to break it that you know, the study YouTubers such as myself and the teachers and everyone in your life who's harping on about doing your homework when you get it, study for the test in advance, they're not lying. Like, if you don't, then it's not the end of the world, but like, it will be better if you do. Unfortunately, doing things in advance is far better. Also, I can say with YouTube and stuff and work for babysitting and things like that, if I have to do work for a video or for a job that I have coming up or for dance, I will so yeah, especially with dance and YouTube and school and everything, if you have work to do it as soon as you can. Like, do it in advance. It's going to be better. I wish it wasn't, but you know, it will be better, I swear. Unfortunately. Okay, number 2, we have consistency over perfection any day. Okay, there's so much temptation to romanticize studying and make it like it is on your Pinterest board. And look, if you're in a rut and that's what you need to do, then do it. But don't be obsessed with sticking perfectly to your Pomodoro schedule or like having all of the perfect study materials. Like, no, if you do a little bit every day, even if it's messy, studying is sometimes going to look ugly, and that's when I don't film it. Everything you see online is obviously that person's best day, generally. I would say not necessarily some of the stuff that I post. I've been in the trenches on this channel before, but consistency over perfection literally any day. It's not always going to be aesthetic, it's not always going to be fun, you're not always going to be motivated, but if you're disciplined enough to make yourself do it even when you feel like shit, then you're going to be so far ahead of your peers. I swear, I promise you. You don't have to study perfectly, you don't have to find the perfect app, the perfect method. Like, there's so many people telling you this is the best way to study, this is how you study, this is the best way to study. You can't commit to one. Just do whichever feels better in that moment. And if you're doing something, it's better than doing nothing and waiting for it to be perfect. Number 3 is it's not as deep as you think it is. It's really not. I remember when I found out about like the grade boundaries in GCSEs, and I realized you didn't need to get 50% to pass any GCSE, really, most of them. I mean, I'm not going to declare that's the same for all GCSEs, but I think it's most. When I found that out, and I realised that I was actually getting like 4s and 5s in year 9 when I thought I was failing, that really changed everything. Look, if you think you got a low score, it's probably not that bad, because at least in the UK for GCSEs, it's all relative to other people, and if everyone in your class is struggling, then it's okay. It's not that deep. Even if you do like really badly for yourself or compared to your class, it's not that deep. It's really not that deep. Even GCSEs, like when you come to do them properly, it's just a stepping stone to sixth form. Like, if you stress yourself out about it too much, you're going to perform worse. Missing your homework, getting a detention, not doing well in a test, it's really not as deep as it feels in the moment. Just like, move on. Honestly, call it a vegetable and move on. That's a saying that one of my mum's friends' moms used to tell her when she was younger, because she was on like diets and stuff, and if she would slip up, she would be like, call it a vegetable and move on. Like, say that it was a vegetable, say that it was healthy, whatever I just ate, and move on and just try and do better next time. And that has low-key been like my motto, like especially in the last few months. Like, you might have missed a day of studying, you might have not gotten your homework, you might have gotten in trouble, but like, just no one cares. It's not that deep. Just move on. Think about the next thing. Don't live in the past, bro. It's not worth it, and it's gonna make your school life so much worse. Okay, number 4 is no homework assignment is more important than your health. Don't lose sleep over homework. Never ever ever. Even in GCSEs, I kept up where I could, like, and it wasn't like I couldn't sleep or I was ill or something. Like, if there's like something that's prohibiting you from sleeping other than like you're staying up late, then that's obviously different. But I maintained a solid 7 hours throughout GCSEs, other than like times when like there were external factors. And that, I think, is so important, especially for someone with a chronic illness, but I think for everyone else as well. Like, no homework is more important than your health. 8 hours. Unless it's exam season, then I will let other things pass. Okay. Get your rest. You're gonna perform better, I promise. Staying up to get that homework done. No one gives a fuck about that homework. Literally no one cares. I've forgotten. Literally, I could not tell you one homework assignment I had all of secondary school by now. Like, stop it. No one cares. Ask for an extension. Even if you get shouted at, like, they will give you an extension. It's not that deep. It goes back to not that deep. Honestly, I feel like most things in this are just, the overall takeaway should be it's not that deep. But no homework is more important than your health. Stop it. Go to bed. I'm going to hold your hand when I say this, because especially if you're in a UK school, all of your indoctrination is saying otherwise. Everything they say about attendance is bullshit. If you're out of school a lot and you're still working hard and you're still studying and getting all your work done, it's not going to affect your final grade. I got in my mocks all 7s and 8s apart from 1 6, which was chemistry, which doesn't even count because my chemistry teacher was barely in school. So I was really happy with the 6, honestly. And I think I finished secondary school on about 81% attendance because of medical things. If you should be in school as much as you can, because for me personally, eventually, like, I was longing to be in school and wishing I could have been in school. But I physically couldn't. But don't beat yourself up if you have a low attendance. Literally no one cares. Literally no one cares. You have to be out of school for a family thing or for medical reasons, or if you feel a little bit off that day, or if you need a mental health day. As long as you're still staying productive and keeping on top of your work, and you ask your teachers what you missed, and if you've got big exams like GCSEs coming up, you're still studying, like, it's so bullshit. Literally no one cares. I was barely in school in year 11 and I did well in mocks. I can't tell you I did well in GCSEs with, iron fist, but I did well in mocks and I did well throughout school generally for most subjects, consistently throughout school. And that was because I worked hard outside of school. In school, not every lesson you have is going to be productive, so it doesn't matter. Don't you fucking worry. Unless it's affecting yourself and, like, you miss your friends, obviously, and you want to be in school, then that's a separate thing. But don't beat yourself up about missing time of school, because it doesn't matter. Everything they say is bullshit. Okay. Number 6 is teaching other people is the best way to learn. Oh my God. Feynman technique. I think it's called Feynman technique. Let me Google it. Yes. Feynman. I think that's how you say it. Feynman technique is the best studying technique. Yeah, that's all I have to say, honestly. If other people are struggling with a subject and you're kind of struggling, get your textbook, get BBC Bite Size up, whatever your resources are, and work through it together and teach them. Teach them now. It's the best way to learn. I've never forgotten the National Grid because I did like a full like hour-long tutoring session with one of my friends who needed it for a test. And I've never forgotten any of the content from it. Bro, teach people. Oh my God. Number 7, you need to be self-sufficient. You need to be able to discipline yourself and teach things to yourself, because sometimes school will fail you. I had an experience with my chemistry teacher who was essentially not teaching us, and yes, that's bad. And did I report it to the school many times? Yes. But honestly, your school might not advocate you. Your school might fail you. Not necessarily in whatever teachers it is, not acting upon things, whatever. But if you have accommodations and stuff, they might not be able to give you what you need. You need to be self-sufficient. Like, it is not your fault, but you're the only one that it's gonna affect, and you're the only one who like can take actions to make sure that you're still doing well for yourself. So you need to be self-sufficient. Not everyone is going to help you all the time, and you need to learn to help yourself. That is one thing I really learned from secondary school. That's my biggest takeaway from school. That's why it's the last one. You need to be able to teach yourself. You need to be able to be self-sufficient, even if it's not fair. Like, it's not fair, yeah, but you are the one who's going to deal with it. So you've got to sort it out yourself, because no one's going to help you. So even if it's not fair, even if you want to argue, go for it, but deal with it yourself, because no one's going to help you, honestly. Like, that sounds really sad, but it's not. It's just life. Life isn't fair. You've got to just learn to do it yourself. Put your head down and get on with it. Okay, that's more of a life one, honestly. Now we're on to life. So I have 7 for school and 7 for life. Number 1, literally no one cares. There is so much pressure in secondary school or middle school or high school, whatever it's called, wherever you are, to be a certain way and act a certain way and perform well and be at 100% all the time. No one cares. No one cares. If you do something weird at school, no one cares. Everyone's going to forget it. If you're not in with the same clique, literally, like, no one cares. Also, this is going to sound harsh. This goes for a lot of times when people feel the need to voice their issues with their life, that they think you think in your heart you're so hard done by, and you really need to tell everyone about this. Please stop. Please stop. I've been that person, and I've been friends with that person. No one cares. Just sort yourself out. If there's nothing that the other person can do to help, and if it's not like a really deep thing that like you need to get off your chest, everyone has so much more better things to do. More better, oh my god. Everyone has so much like more important things to do and things to worry about in this extremely busy, crazy, intense time of your life. Stop it. Stop it right now. No one cares. Fuck off. Please. Everyone's just trying to survive. Like, obviously take this with a grain of salt, because it's obviously based on situations and stuff, but like, just stop it. Not everything is about you. Okay. Number 2 is kind of similar. Stick up for yourself, but know your place. I will say the most annoying thing in the whole world are like lower school people who don't know their place. Yeah, like, stop it. You will get there, and you will, be like, I don't even know what I'm saying. Stick up for yourself, because school is not going to stick up for you. Faculty do not have your back. I'm sorry, they don't. schools at the end of the day, especially state-run schools, they're kind of a business. Like, they're trying to just like keep their funding, especially at the moment in the UK. They're trying to keep their funding going from the government. Like, there will be amazing teachers who really love you and will really advocate for you, but they are rare. So stick up for yourself when it's genuinely like a really terrible situation that's affecting you a lot. But look at the bigger picture and see, is it worth it? And know that you are not on the same level as other people in your school who are older than you, who are more experienced than you, because you have not got your ass kicked yet. You have not been humbled yet. They have. They're falling in line. They know their place. They know their place within their year. They know their place within the school. Literally, you will see no year 11s being cocky, no year 10s being cocky. Like, everyone's been humbled by that point. Stop it right now. Stop it right now. You're not better than anyone. Everyone is equal playing field. You're not better than anyone. Shut up. So, yeah. Stick up for yourself when it's needed, but also, like, fall in line, know your place. Okay. Number 3. People will get humbled and beat up in time. Let it happen. Let the universe handle it, because you don't need to add any stress to your day. That is one of my biggest things. Like, there's someone who really needs humbling, who really needs a punch in the face. That is not your responsibility. Someone else will do it for you. Someone else will do it for you. They will get themselves into a really bad like situation, and they will get turned on in time. Just be patient. You don't have to initiate it unless it's really dire. People will get beat up in time. Just let it happen. Don't take it upon yourself. You don't have to be the savior of everyone around you. Just let that happen in time. Trust me, it will. Even if they're really like causing a huge issue, just stop it. It's gonna be okay. They're gonna get humbled. Just wait. Okay. Number 4, kind of similar. Again, not everything has to be your problem. You don't have to give your opinion on every issue if it doesn't involve you. This is one that I might still need to learn. I know that it's true. I'm not necessarily great at practicing it. I'm a very opinionated person, so I often get involved in things accidentally that I don't need to. Stop it. Not everything has to be your problem. Protect your peace, protect your own peace, and just like, if there's drama that no one's called you into it and it doesn't affect you, then don't concern yourself with it, because it's just going to cause yourself extra stress. It's just going to cause you extra stress. Just like, get along with yourself and your own life, and if it starts affecting you or someone else involves you in it by telling you shit, then sure, you're involved. But like, don't involve yourself in anything you don't have to, because number 1, it's just going to get you into trouble with people, and number 2, it's just going to cause you extra stress you really don't need. Just minimize stress, guys. Minimize anything that could possibly stress you out, because it's not worth it. It's really not worth it. Okay. Number 5 for life is, it's not embarrassing. It's really not embarrassing. Embarrassment is a myth. Embarrassment is a social construct, guys. It's not. You will get humbled and embarrassed so much in your life. Literally, no one cares. Everyone is worrying about their own shit. It's not embarrassing. Don't worry yourself with it. Naked in front of random people, same.
Oh. Okay.
Like, piss yourself at school, no one cares. Literally no one cares. Because the thing is, as people get older, they like get more understanding, and no one's going to take the piss out of you eventually. So yeah. Okay, number 6 is, friends will come and go, and loneliness is a gift. If you lose friends for whatever reason, they're done with you, they don't like you, drama happened, whatever. Enjoy your alone time. Learn to love being alone because it's a gift, and you will really find so much peace, and you will learn so much about yourself in those moments where you have no one else to turn to, really. It's horrible when you're in it, but you will be grateful for it in the long run. So don't worry about losing friends, making friends. Keep being yourself, keep living your life, protecting your peace, being the best person to others that you can, and enjoy your loneliness. Kind of. It's kind of a contradiction, but loneliness is a gift. Trust me, it is a gift. I spent a lot of my secondary school experience without friends. I ended it with amazing friends, but loneliness is a gift. Trust me, you will learn so much about yourself in those moments. Yeah, you will. You can tell, guys, it's been a long day. I've filmed a lot today. Okay. Number 7, time management is the most important skill that you can learn. Now, I wanted to end on this because I don't think it's a school thing necessarily. I think this is within your life. Now, having to balance so much, especially towards the end of year 11, and I'm just a very busy person. I had like a huge photography project that I was running like within my whole town. I've been part of an environmental charity for the last year, like YouTube, school, dance, social life, like everything. If you can manage your time effectively, like to stay healthy and to stay mentally well, that is the best skill you will ever learn in your life. Time management should be scared of you, bro. Like, you will be so grateful learning those skills. Like, it will take time to like fully understand how to properly manage your time for yourself and for your mental wellness. But when you can, and when you can start being busy and being healthy at the same time, is the best feeling, and it is the best skill you can ever learn. So honestly, if you can work out how to do that by the end of secondary school, I don't care if you failed all your GCSEs, like you've won. You've won. And if you're doing that already, then I am proud. So yeah, that concludes my advice to all of the year 6 leavers. I would say I wish I was you, but I don't want to do that shit again. Another thing, secondary school is kind of traumatizing, but it's gonna be okay. It's all gonna be okay. It's not as deep as you think it is in the moment. You know, shut up sometimes when it's necessary. Know your place when it's necessary, but protect your peace. Make sure you're doing the best you can for yourself and for your future. And if that means having loads of friends, so be it. If that means having a few close friends, so be it. If that means being alone, so be it. Whatever. But by the end of your secondary school experience, you will look back on everything with much kinder eyes, and you will realize that it didn't matter as much as it feels like it does in the moment. So I promise you, you'll be fine. You'll get through this. It's going to be so good when it's done. So yeah, I love you all so much. Thank you for staying to the end of what I am sure is probably a very, very long video by this point. Hopefully this video doesn't break my phone. And yeah, I love you all lots. I'm gonna go and eat. Bye, divas.